Welcome to the Real P&L Trading Show, where I share my real P&L on 3 accounts and share my proprietary Safe Wheel options trade system for free. I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay, so please let me know in the chat. I know there's a little bit of a delay. Also, be sure to post any questions you might have about trading, about any of the systems, and options trading in general. And I will be able to get to those as long as you post them quick enough to where I can get to them before I end the broadcast. All right. Let's see. Jeff says audio good. Devin, thank you. Devin says good morning from Louisiana. Okay. I'm in California, Central California. I'm always interested to know where you guys are from. So if you ever want to put that in the chat, it's always pretty cool. Good to know. All right, so let me get started here. I'm going to go with the earnings edge. You guys can see my screen. You can see my account balance, $10,799. Started the account with about $5,000 in 2022, beginning of 2022. My last trade was Costco, so I haven't, on this particular week, last week, there was nothing that fit through all the filters. So I did not make a trade. So typically when we're not in the earnings season, sometimes it's a kind of hit and miss. But you can see this year I've traded Apple, AMAT, CAT, Costco, Goldman Sachs, Home Depot, and Tesla. And the results, 10,799. Let's put in, what is SPY trading today? 508.80. This looks like it's down a little bit from last week. So you can see the earnings edge, how it's performed in 2022, outperformed significantly, underperformed just a little bit last year in 2023. 2023 was a pretty heavy bull market for the S&P 500. And now you can see the S&P 500 is up 7% this year, which is still pretty good. The earnings edge is up 12.78. So overall, earnings edge is up 115% since I started in 2022. And the S&P 500 is up about 7% in the last 2 years. So it's taken 2 years and the thing's only up 7%. So earnings edge, again, not a lot to report. Let's get into the Premier Level 5. You can see here what I trade. I trade options on the ES, and I have some T-bills. As far as the P&L, we got 33,890. Let's see how that did compared to last week. 33,890. What's up a little bit? With the market coming down, that helps. Still, underperforming this year. And you can see I'm up 13% where the market's up 24 since I started April 8th of 2022. But I have about 1/3 the risk. So on risk-adjusted returns, it's doing much better. And I believe that I'll outperform nominally also as time goes by. That is the PL5. Okay. And there's a question here, I think, about the earnings edge since I'm in there. Let me... Okay. So Jeff says, what is the largest win with earnings edge? Microsoft? AMAT, 1,039. That's the largest win this year. And why is the trade so much bigger? And is it possible to lose that much on a single trade? $4,000? Oh, I haven't made $4,000 on a trade in the earnings edge, and it's not, you're not going to lose that much either. Like, what is my average win and average loss? I mean, I can give you that. On the earnings edge, average win 847, average loss 491. And largest loss 1184, it looks like. Yeah, 1184 is the largest loss. I had a $2,350 win. and a $2,700 win. So that gives you an idea on the earnings edge. Okay, so I talked about the Premier Level 5. Talked about the earnings edge. So let's get into the safe wheel. Or did I talk about the PL5? Yes, I did. Okay, safe wheel. So you can see with the safe wheel, I've traded DKNG and LI. I haven't traded any other underlyings. So you can see that gives you everything that I've traded. I think this is an important thing to see in someone's account if they're claiming that they're making money, and they're claiming that they're making money in a certain way, right? If they're making money in a certain way, and they're claiming that they're making money in that way, this is what you want to see. You want to see the monitor account statement and the profit and losses, so you can see the symbol that they actually traded and how much they've made for each, year to date on that particular symbol. And it just tells you a lot, right? It tells you if the instructor is actually telling you the truth about how they're making money in the account. Okay, so I'm over the LI, and I have a put hedge right here, and I have a long call. I put this on last Friday, this long call here. Looks like I bought it for $6 and it's worth $4. So there's nothing to do with the long call. My put hedge, it has 102 days. So I'm going to look at my put hedge. It has 102 days left. And is it close enough to the actual price of the underlying? So it's got to be within 75%. So 36.50 times 75%, 36.5 times 0.75 is $26 and some change. This $32 put is well over $26 and some change. So that's good. And it's over 100 days. Next week, I'm going to have to replace it. It will be under 100 days. So I'll roll this put hedge next week because of the timing. I don't want to be under 100 days because then the theta kicks in and it'll depreciate too quickly. Because I'm selling depreciating assets to make up for the cost of the put hedge and then overcome the cost of the put hedge. I mean, that's one of the ways the system can make money. Okay, so I have my hedges in place. I'm going to run the traditional wheel. I have between $5,000 and $10,000, and I'm trading a stock between $20 and $40. Therefore, the sizing is 3 put hedges and 1 wheel. So I'm going to sell a put. I'm going to open up the wheel by selling a put. I'm going to go here in the trade tab. I'm going to do it in the nearest expiration because I like the quick. I like that my options will expire by the end of the week, so I get to capture all the premium that I sell. And I want to sell something that's out of the money. So right now we're trading at $36.50. So $36 would be out of the money, $35, $34. I want to get at least $36, $37. This here, right here, qualifies. I could sell this $35 put. It qualifies here. But I like to go one back, so I'm going to go to the 36 because it's still out of the money. And I'm going to collect a little higher premium here. So I'm going to sell this $36 put, and I'm going to sell 1. I talked about the sizing. So I might get $70. Yep, looks like I probably did. Yeah, collected $70. Okay, so now I have my traditional wheel running beside my hedges, and I've collected my $70 this week. And we'll see, maybe LI will drop below $36 and I'll own 100 shares and I'll sell a covered call. But my hedge is pretty good. It's pretty close to the money. So that thing, if we do drop below 36, this hedge is really going to do well. The hedge is actually up $100. So the hedge is actually covering a lot of the costs. And there you have it for the safe wheel. So I want to see if there's any other questions or comments. We talked about the earnings edge with Jeff and Minolf, I think that's how you say his name, is from Cyprus. That's really cool. This is more. Let's see here. I noticed that when the chat is live, the like button disappears. hit it to find that like button. Okay, so hit it to find that like button. So when the chat's live. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not on the other end of the live stream, so I'm not 100% sure. Okay, Waken and Blaken video. Okay, well, why did you sell a put instead of a covered call? Well, did I make a mistake? You know what? You're right. I didn't notice I had those 100 shares right there. What was I thinking? Good catch. All right. I messed up. I did not even see that. Was that not when I opened that up? Okay, that's my fault. What I'm gonna do is reverse course here. I'm actually going to create opposite order and get out of this and maybe take a couple of dollars loss and sell this put and get out of this position. I didn't notice I was long 100 shares. Okay, so I lost $4 there, which is fine. I just wanted to get out as soon as possible. Thank you for bringing that up. Wow, I should have sold a covered call. Okay, so I missed that. That's good. You can see that even I make mistakes sometimes. And when I do, typically how I resolve those mistakes is I trade out of that right away. Even whatever costs or whatever it's going to cost me, I'm out, right? $4. It cost me $4. Fine, right? As soon as I see a mistake like that, I quickly reverse it as quickly as possible. So that's how I deal with errors. All right. So I should be selling a covered call. Good call there. So 36.50. So I want to sell in this in the calls here, and 36.50 or higher. And you can see I can get 37 out of the money, 38, 39. Okay, so 38.50 here is where I can get, my premium that I want to get, at least $36, $37. And then I'll go back one and sell the 38. So I'm going to sell this $38 call. And I appreciate that you caught me there early on. So I'm going to sell this call because I am long 100 shares, which I didn't even notice. Okay. So now I'm long these 100 shares at 36.50, and I sold the 38 calls. So if I get called away, I'll make $38 minus the 36.50. So I'm selling the covered call because I'm long 100 shares. I'm not sure why I didn't see that, but anyways, that's good though. You guys get to see how I deal with an error. Okay. Devin says you own 100 shares, right? Yes, I do. Good. So you guys, this is another thing. You should have sold a covered call. So this is good that you guys are catching that. You're going to catch me if I do make an error like that. Yep. Devin says, I think you made an oops. Yep. It cost me $4. Avery says, LOL. I don't think I've ever done that before in the live stream. How long has it been? 2 years and 3 months, something like that. And I've never made an error like that. I don't think that I can remember. Henry says, swipe down on the chat box to get to the like button. I'd appreciate if you guys did hit that like button. It would help out. If you feel like this helps other people actually trading live with a real account, seeing real P&L, as opposed to pretty much all the other stuff out there, hit the like button because it'll help with others to see. They can see my mistakes too. Maybe they're interested in that. Devin says, LOL. Will, maybe we do both this week. Yeah. Could have added just selling that put, right? Avery says slippage shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, it was around $4. I thought I put it in at $68, but that's fine. $4. And Will says it's a first. So Will would know because he's been following me. I mean, pretty much, I think, since day one. Steve-O says, I made a $4 mistake. No Starbucks for you. Yep, I'm sure. Okay. Are there any other questions before I get towards the end of the broadcast? want to make sure you guys, you can ask me anything about trading options. It's not just about the Safe Wheel or the Earnings Edge or the Premier Level 5. I've been trading options for 30 years. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay. Well, I guess I don't see any further comments, so I'm going to go ahead and move on and say, if the P&L is not real. Oh, one more question here. What do you think of moving to Schwab? What do I think about that? I don't think they've moved my account yet, so I haven't experienced that yet. What I learned was I think I'm going to have one login for all my accounts. You guys would probably know better than me because I'm not on, as far as I know, I haven't officially moved over yet. Maybe I'm one of the last ones. Okay, in parting, if the P&L is not real, what else are they trying to conceal? I'll be back next week. Appreciate you guys.